This looks creepy as fuck. I'm at the Stirling Bluffs Nature Center. First day of testing out the new car camping setup. I changed my sleeping solution. I'm using a Thermarest self-inflating, as in you gotta blow it, fucking mattress. I'm hoping that works out. Gonna stealth camp probably in Oswego after I get done here, but this is near Lake Ontario. Here's a view of the map of where I'm at. But yeah, it feels good to get out. You know, I've been cooped up because I've been getting so many gigs, and but I'm still working. I'm still filming for you guys and shit. It is hotter than shit. Much more oppressive than I thought it would be, so I can't wait to jump in the fucking water once I find a spot to set up, because I'm not doing the other set of bluffs today, which is way further down, especially since as long as I got line of sight I can just fly my drone over there. And the last time I was here with my ex, we actually hiked all the way to the second set of bluffs, but it involved going into the water to get around brush and blockage on the beaches. So, never been up to the top. I need to do that sometime. One of the things I am concerned with, because I'm gonna fly my drone, is there's a whole lot of fucking angry birds up there that are not gonna be happy with me. And nothing can take out a little bitty drone like an angry, pissed off fucking bird and shit. Everyone just loves stacking rocks and shit. It's all zen and peaceful and nice. It still doesn't change the fact that I'm sweating my balls off, literally. I think my balls are stuck to my leg. Now that I'm sitting out here, and I brought myself some fucking shade, as hobo-ish as it looks. Got the waves lapping. One of the reasons I like coming to Stirling Bluffs for my beach activities is because you can find your own chunk of this lake that without a bunch of assholes all over the place. You know, I like having my peace. You know, I like beaches that are secluded, that don't involve a lot of motherfuckers. There's a lot of people out today, but they're so spread out that it works out. Anyways, so some of you may be wondering the fuck I'm doing here. I'm car camping. I decided to give it a test run. I only got 2 days. I have to be back by Thursday morning for another video shoot. And then Thursday night I have another thing to do, and I wanted to do a 5-day fast. I'm fasting, but that's just not in the cards for me at the moment. I'm finding I keep filling my time up, with gigs. I don't turn any client work down, and I think I'm getting to a point now where maybe I should start turning some client work down. Just so I have more time to do this kind of shit. Because I can still work for you guys out here, I just can't do my video and photo work from out here. And that's what's kind of keeping me from going on the road right now. There's gaps in my calendar, but I gotta start learning to say, look, I can't, I'm doing this. For some future things. So we'll see how it works out. But for now, I wanted to test out, I got the new sleeping solution, which is a Thermarest pad. You sit there and you blow on it, and you keep blowing on it till it gets big. And then once it's big, you lay on it. Turns out, I tried laying on it, I haven't tried sleeping on it yet, but it might do. And if that's the case, it gives me a lot more room, and it can roll up and get put away if I ever want to car camp and work Uber somewhere or something like that, so I can put all my shit away and be able to drive people around and make money while on the road, which would involve applying for Uber in other states. But so far, the window tint is fucking great. Like, when the sun's not out or when it goes down, you cannot see in that car without any window blockage. All I do is I put up a curtain in between the front and the back seat, and you can't see shit in the back. But I can see all around me, which is also nice for security, so you see somebody's looking to fuck with you. Now, I'm sure if somebody were to put their face right up on my fucking glass, they'd be able to see inside. But they'd only see, they wouldn't be able to see great detail, especially if it's dark inside and lighter outside, which happens often at night, as long as I don't run my cell phone or laptop or something. But I wanted to kind of talk about the whole minimalist idea and the budget travel. So far, I've spent $6 on this trip, plus maybe $2 in gas. It's about an hour drive from where I live. I'm going up to Alexandria Bay tomorrow to watch the fireworks display and maybe go to Bolt Castle and kind of do a run through that, which I'll share with you guys in part 2 of this little adventure travel series that I'm doing. I wouldn't be able to do this as much if I was trucking. I probably would have been able to pull this particular trip off in trucking, but I want to do a lot more of this. I want to spend more time out there. And part of the principle is making enough money to hold me over, for a while. And in order to do that, spending a lot less money, as little money as you can get away with, without, stretching the dollars as far as you can means you can go out longer, you can travel longer, you can stay out longer. And car camping is, saving tons of money. You don't have to worry about hotels or none of that shit. Occasionally you might pay for a shower. If you can find a gym, that's even better, like Planet Fitness or something. I'm not doing that yet because I can just go to a truck stop. But that's it. Or you can just be all natural and wash your ass in the lake. And it's just interesting to be out here and this is kind of where the payoff is for me quitting trucking. One of you, actually a couple of you have asked if I miss trucking, if I would get back in a truck, or if I miss just driving the truck, not necessarily the 70-hour weeks in business. I gotta say, no, not even driving a truck for fun, because my little Prius, although it may not be as comfortable as a truck where you can stand up, you're high up over the everybody on the road, but you're so limited into where you can drive that fucking thing. Like today on my way here, I took some back roads. Some of them were even a little bit gravelly or dirt and very narrow. Places you could never take a truck. And the fact that my little Prius can get into these places, assuming the terrain's not too rough and I don't get stuck, a truck just can't do that. A truck, you're going from Walmart to Walmart and truck stop to truck stop and customer to customer, and you don't get to really get to places like this very often. This trip would be impossible in a truck. There is no place around here, that is within Uber distance or walking distance to really park.
You know, if you were to try and get an Uber out here, it'd probably take you 2 days before one popped up. It's just, it doesn't work. You know, the best case scenario as a trucker would be to stop in a city, rent a car, Uber to rent a car. You're talking shit tons of money there. And then drive out to the place you want to go, hang out, but you're going to be limited in time because they don't like you taking shit tons of time off. 2, 3 days, 4 days you're pushing it, a week they're really starting to bitch and moan. I don't miss that. I like having full control of my time, of my ability to be out here and enjoy nature and enjoy what the world has to offer at very cheap ass prices. I think I need to jump in this fucking water now and shit. So bottom line is, I wouldn't trade this for getting back in the truck. Even though I don't, you know, I'm only making, I think this month I made $1,200 this last month. Total income for the month. And I managed to not spend that much. You know, I fast every other day. When I do eat, I don't eat huge meals. And I'm still maintaining my weight. I'm not losing weight. So that's interesting. But, you know, my living situation's very cheap. I live in a single room. Costs me about $200 a month. I car camp a lot. I'm going to be on the road a lot more, you know, and that could even turn into a living situation for me at some point when I really want to go out and stay out for a while, which will be even cheaper. When you get rid of all of your debt and all of the shit holding you down and all of the obligations and the chains that society puts on you for, you know, all paying your debt. You know, you get into debt, you buy all this shit, and then you have to work your ass off to keep it. If you don't work your ass off, you lose it all. You can just Google homelessness and working poor. Google that shit. Watch some of that shit. It's fucking heartbreaking. I'm as poor as they are, but I don't have the overhead that they have. And some people can't help it, you know, if you got a large family, if you got a situation, but these are all choices we make. And I've chose to be alone. I've chose to be able to do this. I've chose to live this lifestyle. And this is the benefit. This is right here is what I wanted from this. And that's being able to travel, explore, not spend fuck tons of money, and enjoy time. Because I gave so much time away. 14 years in the trucking industry at 60 to 70 hours a week. Every once in a while I'd get a week off here, a week off there, a couple days here, a couple days there. But overall, it was all on the road and it was all on somebody else's time in a place somebody else wanted me to be. And I want to be where the fuck I want to go before I die. And I don't want to wait till I'm fucking 65 or 70 or 80, whatever the new retirement age is, to get there. I want that shit right now when I'm 42 and still have a little bit of physical and mental acuity to be able to get out here and enjoy this shit. And now that I've got my lifestyle and my health under control, I know that I'm going to be able to do this for a good 20 years maybe before I get too sick to even do that. You know, there's plenty of other shit that's fucking with us diet-wise, health-wise, lifestyle-wise right now. So it's never a guarantee, but I know that I've increased my health span, which would already be crumbling to the point where I would find shit like this, what I'm doing today, carrying a heavy-ass pack, hiking up a beach on loose stones. Could you imagine doing that if I was still 255 pounds and pre-diabetic with high blood pressure? I probably would have had a fucking grabber about a half a mile back. So all of these things that I've been working on for the past, you know, almost 4 years now, have been building to being able to do this kind of stuff, to be semi-retired at age 42. Even though I work my ass off on all my gigs, at any time I can take a break, come out here, take a breather, enjoy a couple days or enjoy a week or enjoy a month even at some point, to where I work on my terms, doing the things I enjoy doing. I love making videos for you guys. I love taking pictures. I love cinematography, and you know, all of these things that I'm doing for work now, they fulfill me. They don't put lots of fucking money in my pocket. There's potential to. Any one of these things that I do could turn into a high income situation. You know, I don't have a lot of faith that my YouTube channel is going to grow to that point, or that my photography will ever pay the bills like that, or that maybe I'll get on a cinema project that takes off and gets a budget and does all of that. You know, these are all things that I'm working on, and I'm building the skills necessary and working on my skills to make these things grow, including this channel. And it's a full-time job doing that, believe it or not. You know, I spend 50, 60 hours doing it. But it's different than, see, trucking, you're grinding the whole time. It's grinding and sleeping and grinding and sleeping. This lifestyle, I'm just working on my terms. If somebody wants me to go hang out, I can go hang out. If I want to go out on a Wednesday and be social with people, I can do that. If I want to go on a fucking road trip to a fucking beach and there's some bluffs on Lake Ontario, I can fucking do that. If I want to go in the Adirondacks, which is on my list of shit to do, and do a 5-day fucking water fast while hiking and camping, I can do that. And I can do it whenever the fuck I want to do it. Because I'm in full control over what I do now. And that is what I wanted. Even if it means only making, you know, $1,000 to $1,200 to $1,300 a month for the rest of my life, which is feasible to pull off with my current income streams. You know, Uber always fills in the gaps when I have a rough month. I'm going to do that, you know, until it doesn't work anymore. If I can't survive, I'll be the first to tell you, hey, I tried. But the thing is I've been off the road now. It's approaching a year. And that is a year of my time I've already claimed. So the longer I go, even if I fail at some point, even if someday I'm flat ass broke, YouTube caves in, my photography goes to shit, I don't pick up any more video work, you know, even if all of that goes away, the time that I'm getting out of this deal for me is priceless and irreplaceable and worth any hardship I might have to endure further down the line financially. Right now, I'm fine financially. I'm doing okay. I live a very tight budget, and we'll go over some of the things I do in future videos. But I don't have a high overhead. You know, my bills are maybe $500 a month max, $600 if I push it. I don't eat out much. I go out and work for any extracurricular shit that I want to do. Like if I want to go to a movie, I'll go work a couple hours at Uber to pay for the movie. If I need to put gas in the car, I work an hour at Uber to do that. If you know, that way I don't dip into my savings. I maintain an emergency fund. That's essential because you never know when the famine's coming, and my emergency fund could get me through almost 3 months of living with zero income right now. And that's one of the things you got to do. You got to have a pad for when life kicks you in the nuts. Because one thing you can be fucking certain of is that life is eventually going to kick you right in the balls. And if you're not prepared for it, you may never recover. You'll be sitting there on the ground, rolling around, holding your nuts all day, and there's nothing you'll be able to do about it because you didn't prepare for it. So I guess that's basically, I don't miss trucking. I'm happy to be out here car camping again. So I'm gonna go jump in this fucking water. I'm gonna fly the drone a bit, so if you want to stick around and see the adventure portion of this video, I welcome you to stick around. I'm gonna vlog basically the rest of the trip, and it might be a 2-part video, so we'll see how it does. You know, there might be little nuggets of me going off on tangents and wisdom mixed into this vlog, but I just wanted to show what I really want out of life and what I'm doing. There's been a lot of people worrying I'm depressed and worrying because I said I didn't want to be in a relationship, which would also complicate my ability to do this. And I understand that, you know, maybe it could seem I'm miserable based on some of the videos I've put out recently, but if I'm miserable in those videos, it's because I'm not doing this yet. You know, when I'm out here, when I was in my Carolina Rebellion trip, I was on the money. I felt great the whole way. Every day it was its own little adventure. Even when it was shitty, when the weather sucked, it was still an adventure, and I still felt the freedom. And that's really what happiness is for me, time and freedom. And I have it right here, right now. I have my time and my freedom. Maximize all the fucking time and freedom you can. You need it. I know I do.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I'm making fucking music again, motherfuckers. And this is my first ever fucking guitar song. Motherfuckers. This is my first guitar song. I can't keep a rhythm or sing at all. If you listen to my fucking guitar song, your ears will bleed and you will fall. You will fall. You will fall. I tried to write something good, but this piece of shit is all I could. This is my first guitar song. I can't keep a rhythm or sing at all. If you listen to my fucking guitar song, your ears will bleed and you will fall. You will fall. You will fall. Aren't you glad that you listened to that bullshit?
Well, that was a hell of a little adventure. I was flying my drone. The fucking birds were just all over that fucking thing. They were dive bombing it. You know, it was like a fucking World War II aerial battle. And I was fucking nervous as shit flying it. I mean, you know, it's $1,000 flying around in the air. And I can't really afford to replace it if it ended up in the drink. And, you know, just one of them fucking birds could have made it happen. So, there's that. Anyways, I'm enjoying my trip so far. I am about 30 minutes from Alex Bay in Watertown, New York. I'm pulled over at a rest area. It's nice and dark and happy here. And kind of quiet other than highway noise, but I'm a truck driver. I was used to sleeping with that shit. So I'm gonna try out the Thermarest fucking pad and see how that works. And I gotta change my clothes. I'm still wearing my swimming trunks, so I gotta do that, which hopefully nobody can see in this motherfucker. I'm gonna have to do it in the dark too. It's kind of creepy doing it in the dark. Shit. Let me know what you think of this little car camping adventure. Do you want me to do more of these? You want me to share more of these? You got any suggestions for things to make this a little easier for me? I do need to find a 12-volt coffee pot. I'll probably get that from the motherfucking a truck stop at some point. I don't really need it for this trip because it's all civilization, but if I'm going to start doing the Adirondacks in some more remote areas where I don't get like cell signal or anything, I'm going to want a little bit more gear. You know, some emergency, I need water type shit, and, you know, maybe some emergency food supplies to get me through a couple days or whatever. You know, keto, of course. I was a little bit hungry after my adventure today, so I did stop and have a double quarter pounder with cheese, just the meat and the cheese and some onion and nothing else.
which I think they're starting to get used to serving that shit now, because they didn't give me a hard time or anything. It was all good. So, well, I'm fucking tired. It's almost midnight, and I know one of the things about car camping is you have to if you want to get a good night's sleep, you want to go to bed early enough so that the sun doesn't wake you up, unless you black out all the windows, which the tint makes it dark, but I know that once the light comes up, I'm going to wake up probably at the ass crack of dawn. Then I'm going to head into Watertown, get some coffee, maybe do a little editing and dumping my cards to the laptop and making sure all my shit's charged. And then I'll head off to Alex Bay for the 4th of July and enjoy me some fireworks. I don't know if Bolt Castle's open for the tourist shit, but if it is, I'll take the boat over and do that and share that with you guys. And that'll be my 4th of July journey, spending it together and shit. Alright, I'm going to bed. Fucking shit. My review of this fucking Thermarest self-inflatable pad is, it was okay. It's not a fucking mattress, but I did manage to fall asleep, and I'm not too sore this morning, which if I sleep on like a flat hard surface like a floor or something, I generally wake up sore. So I put a comforter on top of that, and my sleeping bag over the top of that, so there is some padding there too, so it helps. Overall though, you know, it'll get the job done, and I think once if I get more used to it after I've been on the road for a while, it'll be fine. And so I plan on continuing to use that, just because it's a lot less bulky than the truck mattress that I had in here during the Carolina Rebellion trip. So yeah, I stopped it. The rest stopped last night. I did get woke up, but not, by anybody directly. It was just some assholes that pulled over in their car in the middle of the night, or their SUV, and they were outside partying. And there's like really nothing around here. It's just a literally pull over on the shoulder type motherfucking thing. But I guess they just had to party and shit. But I managed to fall back asleep after that and was just fine. So I got maybe 6.5, 7 hours of sleep total. But yeah, this is definitely working out as far as traveling. So that's it for this particular episode. I will continue this tomorrow, or today actually. Sorry about the gap in videos, but obviously it's difficult for me to edit while I'm doing all of this, because that's an all-day process. And of course, uploading isn't going to be done till, so you're watching this a couple days after I filmed it. And I think that's going to have to be the way things are on these trips, is I film while I'm on there, maybe edit a little bit while I'm out on the road. But uploading is going to be a bitch out on the road, especially when I'm in remote areas, which is, the Adirondacks has no cell coverage, so when I go up there, I won't be able to post. I'll have to schedule a post before I go to hold you guys over in between. So, but I did post Saturday, so you guys had a couple 1-hour videos to watch and shit. If you found this video entertaining or enlightening in any way, please visit ScottTheTruckDriver.com and leave a tip in the virtual tip jar. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, you could help me out by hitting that fucking subscribe button. And if you keep watching my shit, I'll make more motherfucking shit and shit. Remember, I'm not a fucking expert. I'm just a fucking asshole. So before you go out car camping, make sure you do your homework. Make sure you're parking appropriately. You don't piss people off. And if somebody asks you to move, move. Don't fight with them. Just move. There's plenty of places to park with a car. There's no need to piss in someone's pool or, you know, park in front of someone's house or any of that shit. Just fucking move if they tell you to move. And chances are that's all they're going to tell you to do if they knock on your window. There are places in the country that frown upon it rather heavily and will tell you to move. But, you know, it is what it is. There's Walmarts everywhere. There's rest areas. They're not going to generally fuck with you there. I know people are creeped out by rest areas, but I've been trucking for 14 years. I've slept in so many fucking rest areas I can't even count, and I've never seen some shit go down. I've never had a problem in a rest area or a car park, as my viewers over in Europe like to call it. So, it is what it is. Remember, have a nice motherfucking day. And shit.